wiggly doodly neighbor. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, I am Spantopia Rose, but you can call me Span. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome back to another week of little golden books. We seem to be getting through two little golden books each video. I think that's pretty good. This is an ASMR channel, so if you don't like tapping or scratching or any sounds that my hands might make during my readings, my whispered readings, then this video is not for you. But if you are here for the ASMR, or you don't mind, welcome, welcome, welcome. The first book we're going to be reading today is one I don't remember at all, and it's one that I've only just come into possession of, I think, and it's a little golden book called What's Next, Elephant? What's next, elephant? What's next? What's next? What's next, elephant? What's next, elephant? Whoa, 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 whoa. He's got a little walking stick, some flowers, a book, and a very fine orange yellow hat. Very nice. The back of this book says children have loved little golden books for over 50 years. 50 years. Needs a bit of a clean. It's got a bit of smudge. Alright, let's dive right in. What this little golden book belongs to, probably shouldn't say that name. Georgia to Georgia. What's Next, Elephant? By Catherine and Byron Jackson, illustrated by Fyodor Rojakskovsky. Oh, this one has clowns. Trigger warning if you have a phobia of clowns. It has clowns. Once upon a time, there was a great, enormous, huge, and very big elephant who travelled with the circus. He just loved to dress up in all his splendid circus clothes. He has a sword, and loved to march into the big tent and do all his fine big tricks. Then the circus band played wonderful music, and the lights shone and sparkled, and the crowd clapped and cheered. The big elephant felt so happy that he chose a partner and waltzed around and round the centre ring. What a fine life it is, he cried. But at night, the circus moved from one town to the another. The train whistled and tooted and rocked and swayed all night long. Whenever the great, enormous, huge, very big elephant turned over in his sleep, out he fell into the aisle. He never did get enough sleep, and one night he fell out 3 times. The very next morning he said goodbye to all his circus friends. I'm going to live in a house with great, enormous, huge, and very low bed, he said. He hopped off the train the minute it slowed down and hailed the first bus that came along. Soon the big elephant found himself in the middle of a busy town. There was a bakery on one corner, a 10-cent store across the street, a 10-cent store, and a roller skating rink on another corner. It was hard to decide what to do first. But at last, the big elephant made up his mind. First he said, I will build my house. It was great fun soaring and hammering and talking I'll give you a hand, they said. With all that help, it took no time to finish the house. Great, enormous, huge, and very low bed, and all. It's cozy and fine and exactly right, cried the big elephant. He thanked all his new friends over and over again. This elephant is wearing overalls. That makes me exceedingly happy. Then he rolled into his bed, which suited him perfectly, and slept right around the clock. In the morning, his new house pleased him more than ever. The big elephant thought he had not thanked his new friends nearly enough. So he dressed his best and hurried into town. Good morning, he said to everyone he met. Isn't there something nice I can do for you today? People smiled and said yes, indeed, if it wouldn't be too much trouble. No trouble at all, said the big elephant, and before long he was helping everybody in town. He was very good at carrying home lawnmowers, bicycles, baskets of eggs, and any kind of package you could imagine. Terrifying. The big elephant mowed all the lawns in town in a jiffy, and he pulled the weeds out of everyone's garden. He was splendid at watering flowers, especially since he didn't need a hose. This is an excellent image. The big elephant could shovel coal so fast that he was finished in 3 winks. But it took him a long time to carry out the ashes because the dust blew into his great, enormous, huge, and very tender nose and made him sneeze. Achoo! He's got asthma like me. What I really like best, he said to himself, is cooking good things to eat. And he baked an angel cake high as a mountain and iced it with something sweet that tasted like whipped cream and chocolate. Then he scraped the bowl and everyone had a taste. When Sunday came, the big elephant took all of the children for rides in his shiny, new, and very fast motorcycle. Faster, the children begged. The big elephant went faster. Oh, please beep your horn, they cried. Beep, beep, beep went the elephant's big, loud, and very musical horn. What a fine time those children had. The big elephant was so popular that he was invited to all of the birthday parties. He always accepted with pleasure. He never forgot to bring a present, and once he was there, he was the life of the party. He played piano so merrily that in a moment everyone was dancing and singing and having a wonderful time. Look what he's doing to that piano. I could play like this forever, the big elephant said happily. But one day, right in the middle of the fun, crash and bang, down went the big heavy piano and the great enormous, huge and very heavy elephant and everyone else in the whole party. Through the top floor and the main floor into the cellar. How exciting. Crash, crash, crash. While everyone was helping to clean up. The big elephant slipped out. He brought back a whole gallon of strawberry ice cream and the biggest angel cake he had ever made. There was enough for 2 helpings all around. No more pianos for me, the big elephant told himself. He thought he would like to play a big shiny horn all twisted round itself that went whoompa, whoompa, whoompa. So he went straight to the music store. He saw drums and fifes and trumpets and even a big bassoon, but no big shiny horn all twisted around itself. The elephant looked all over town, but there was no such horn to be had. And soon after that, it was winter. got out his great, enormous, huge, and very fancy skates and went ice skating every day. Once he was doing a slow waltz. The children told him about Santa Claus. "What wonderful news!" he cried. He hurried home and wrote a neat letter. "Please bring me a new cap," it said, "and 4 warm boots, and especially, most of all, a big, shiny horn, such as is not to be had in town." He thought that perhaps he was not good enough elephant to get such a present as that, and he thought perhaps Santa Claus doesn't come to elephants. But when he woke up Christmas morning, his stocking was filled with 4 warm boots and a new red cap, and under it stood the great golden horn, all twisted around itself and shiny as a star. The big elephant admired the soft fur on his boots. He put on a fine cap and he reached out and picked up that wonderful, shiny new horn. He blew on it once, and out came a lovely note, as shiny and golden as the horn itself. "There's nothing else in the world I could wish for," he whispered happily. All winter long, the big elephant played his new horn wherever he had a moment to spare. He played old tunes and new tunes and funny little tunes he made up himself. "He can play every tune we've ever heard of," the people said. "We must ask him to join our town band." And in the 4th of July parade, the great, enormous, huge, and very big elephant was right out in front. The flags waved and the crowd cheered as he marched proudly along, playing his shiny horn in the happiest kind of way. And he was greatly, enormously, hugely, and very happy ever after. That is one happy elephant. Alright, that was What's Next, Elephant. Everything next. Okay, the next book, I'm going to put this in the done pile. The next book we have today is The Happy Man and His Dump Truck. The Happy Man and His Dump Truck. A little golden book. This one on the back has a list of other little golden books. Pat Cake, Boots, Robert and His Friends, My Dog, Tom and Jerry Meet Little Quack, The First Bible Stories, Wheels, The Kitten Who Thought He Was a Mouse, and on the list goes. Dump Truck, a little golden book. The Happy Man and His Dump Truck. Whoa. This book belongs to... I think it's Philip, but look at the inside, it's different. Maybe this is quite old. I won't show you that name because even though it's very hard to read, I think Philip might have written his address there too. By Miriam, pictures by Tibor Gurgley. Copyright 1952. This might be an original. It doesn't say when it was reprinted. It says that it was printed in Japan by the Top End Printing Company, and it says it was copyright 1952. It doesn't have a mark, and it's a different design. I think it's a really good condition. 1952 book. That's exciting. Alright. Once upon a time, there was a man who had a dump truck. Every time he saw a friend, he would wave his hand and tip the dumper instead of his hat. One day he was riding in his dump truck singing a happy song when he met a pig going along the road. "Would you like a ride in my dump truck?" he asked. "Oh, thank you," said the pig, and he climbed into the back of the truck. Soon they came to a farm. "Here is where my friends live," said the pig. "You have a nice dump truck." "Would you please let my friends see your truck? I will give them a ride in my dump truck," said the man. So the hen and the rooster climbed into the truck, and the duck climbed into the truck, and the dog and the cat climbed into the truck, and the pig climbed back into the truck too, and the man closed the tailgate so they would not fall out. And then off they went. They went past the farm, and all the animals waved to the farmer. The man was very happy. "They are all my friends," he said. So he waved his hand and tipped the dumper. The hen, the rooster, the duck, the dog, the cat, and the pig all slid down into a big heap. The hen clucked, the duck quacked, the rooster crowed. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Look how happy he is. The dog barked, the cat mewed, and the pig said a great big grunt. The animals were all so happy. Then the man took them for a long ride and drove them back to the farm. He opened the tailgate wide and raised the dumper all the way up, so the animals slid off the truck onto the ground. "What a fine sliding board," they all said. It's like a great big slippery dip. Slippery. "Thank you," said all the animals. "Cut, cut," clucked the hen. "Cock-a-doodle-doo," the rooster crowed. "Quack, quack," quacked the duck. "Quack, quack," quacked the duck. "Bow, wow," barked the dog. "Meow, meow," mewed the cat. And the pig said a great big grunt. "Oink, oink." The man waved his hand and tipped the dumper and rode off in his dump truck, singing a happy song. Here it has a little golden library, and then it has the prices. The art treasures of the world, $9.95. That's very expensive. And the most Horizon book of the universe, only $1.50. And look, you can see the same characters, like the where is she? The kitten, and then the tugboat. I hope I have the tugboat. I bet it's not in this pile. It's so good. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna do it, I think, for this video. We've read out Allocated 2 books. I like that the list on the back has numbers, but they're not in any reason in order. Some of the titles on the back are The Little Golden Library, Patty Cake, number 73, Patty Cake, 81, Boats, 92, Robert and His Friends. It's the same list as last time. Mr. Dog, Tom and Jerry Meet Little Quack, First Bible Stories, Wheels, The Kitten Who Thought He Was a Mouse, Cars, A Rin Tin Tin and Rusty, God, Brave Cowboy Bill, Susie's New Stove, Lassie and the Daring Adventure, Rin Tin Tin and the Lost Indian, The Bunny Book, Lassie and Her First Day in the Sun, Helicopters, Fire Engines, Baby's First Book, Four Puppies, Bozo the Clown, Wait for me, kitten. Pebbles Flintstone. Cowboy ABC. The Cave Kids. Tammy. A romper room exercise. A child's garden of verses. Magilla Gorilla. Happy birthday. Pussy Willow. That cat is Pussy Willow. Not Tinker. Pussy Willow. 3 bedtime stories. First, Golden Geography. Charm and Chatty. Bible stories. Counting rhymes. We like kindergarten. Pepper plays nurse. Sly little bear. Rumpelstiltskin. Hymns. Animal friends. Mr. Puffer Bill. Happy days. Out my window. Alice in Wonderland meets the White Rabbit. Grandpa Bunny. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Noah's Ark. Peter Pan and Wendy. 7 Dwarfs find a home. Pinocchio. Robin Hood. Bambi. The Lucky Puppy. Pollyanna. The Flying Car. Donald Duck. Private Eye. Pinocchio and the Whale. Big Red. The Wizard's Duel. Mary Poppins' Jolly Holiday. Mary Poppins. Cinderella's Friends. Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Chip and Dale at the Zoo. Chip and Dale when there's danger. Donald Duck Prize Driver. 3 Little Pigs. Winnie the Pooh, the Honey Tree. Winnie the Pooh meets Gopher. Remember that? Mickey Mouse and his spaceship. Peter Pan and the Indians. Only golden books bring you all these famous characters. Ask for golden books, golden